Hi everybody. I thought I'd share this story with you because we've been learning about Mavis the Magical Cat and reception in our home learning, and this story's got some magic in too. So this story is called The Princess and the Wizard, and you'll notice that it's by a famous author that we all have heard of probably, called Julia Donaldson, and the illustrator is Lydia Monks. The Princess and the Wizard. It was Princess Eliza's birthday. She was just blowing out the 7 candles on her cake when a wicked wizard flew down the chimney and into the room. "Why didn't you invite me to your party?" he thundered. "Because wicked wizards like turning people into stone," replied Princess Eliza. "So they do," said the wizard, and with a flick of his bony finger he turned the king, the queen, and all the party guests into stone. Then he laughed a horrible laugh and said to Princess Eliza, "They like capturing princesses too. Wonder how she's feeling now." Just then there was a whirring of wings, and in through the window flew Princess Eliza's fairy godmother. She was late for the party. When she saw what had happened, she waved her wand and said, "The princess may try 7 times to escape by changing her colour and changing her shape." The wizard just laughed his horrible laugh and said, "Changing her colour and changing her shape will never help Princess Eliza escape." And then he snapped his bony fingers again and turned the fairy godmother into stone. The wizard whisked the princess up the chimney and carried her away to his tall, dark castle. He locked her into the cellar, where she cried herself to sleep. The next day was Monday. The wizard unlocked the cellar door. He was holding the big red book, which contained all of his magic. "This is your first chance to escape," he said. "I shall count 100, and then I shall come and find you." He opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. Princess Eliza ran outside. The moat of the castle shone blue under the blue sky. She jumped into the water and turned herself into a blue fish. 98, 99, 100! The wizard opened his eyes, looked in his magic book, and read, "To find where Eliza is hiding from you, look in the moat for the fish that is blue." He fished Eliza out of the moat and took her to his kitchen, which was full of blue plates and pots and pans. They were all covered in dried up food. "So you like blue, do you?" he said. "Then set to work and wash," and he locked her in. The next day would be, let's think about this, we've had Monday, so it must be, I wonder if you've guessed, on Tuesday morning. The wizard unlocked the kitchen door. He looked at the clean plates and pots and pans, and he grunted. "Chance number 2, he said. Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. I wonder if you could try counting from 1 to 100. Princess Eliza ran to the farmyard. She turned herself into a yellow chick and hid in some straw. But the wizard read in his book, "The straw in the farmyard is yellow and thick. Princess Eliza's disguised as a," did you guess, chick? He scooped Eliza up and took her to a cupboard which was full of yellow socks. They all had holes in them, made by his pointy, sharp toenails. "So you like yellow, do you?" he said. "Then set to work and darn." And he locked her in. The next day we've had Monday, we've had Tuesday, so the next day must be, that's right, Wednesday. On Wednesday morning, the wizard unlocked the cupboard door, looked at the darn socks and grunted. "Chance number 3, he said, and he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count again. Princess Eliza ran to the meadow. She changed herself into a green grasshopper and hid among the green grass blades. But the wizard read in his book, "The grasshopper princess is easily seen chirping away on the meadow so green." He caught Eliza in a net and took her to his green bathroom. The bath, basin, walls and floor were covered in the wizard's slimy toothpaste. So you like green, do you? He said. Then set to work and wipe, and locked her in. 3 more days went by. Each day the princess tried to escape. On Thursday she turned herself into an orange fox and hid in a pile of orange leaves. On Friday she turned herself into a purple butterfly and fluttered among some purple flowers. On Saturday she turned herself into a black cat and lurked in a black tunnel. But each time the wizard found her and gave her yet more work to do. On Sunday morning the wizard came onto the roof where Eliza had been scrubbing the sooty chimney pots. Instead of grunting, he laughed his horrible laugh. "This is your last chance," he said. "If I catch you this time, you must stay and work for me for the rest of your life." Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Princess Eliza turned herself into a white gull and flew up into a cloud. But as she hovered above the roof where the wizard was still counting, she saw words forming on the page of his open book. "So that's how he finds me," she cried. "I'll never escape." Then she had an idea. I wonder if any of you can guess what that idea was. So she's a white dove, she's seen his book, and she's seen that he has writing on that page. I'm going to leave it there for you for now. I want you to have a really good think about how Princess Eliza could escape, and I'm going to tell you in part 2.